Well, state attorneys general are taking the Trump administration to court, and that is perfectly fine with the president and other Republicans. It turns out there is a method to the apparent meanness. And Fox News' Doug McKelway tells us all about it.
Some great people back here.
A cheerful President Trump posing with Republican attorneys general on Tuesday, many of whom, ironically, are suing his administration. Why?
Sometimes it turns out the best way to help President Trump fulfill his campaign pledges to bring relief to the American people is to sue President Trump.
Their intention? To block federal regulations. In Missouri, this legal tactic centers on an endangered prehistoric fish that has outlived the dinosaurs, the pallid sturgeon. It reproduces in river shallows, which have become fewer. To resurrect the fish population, an Obama-era amendment to the Endangered Species Act allows the government to designate areas as critical where the fish hasn't even been observed. The amendment's implementation, the Fish and Wildlife Service acknowledges, is, quote, one of the most controversial and confusing aspects of the act.
And this is the key point, even if there is no endangered species on the land. And for Missouri, we're an agricultural state. That would mean that farmers and ranchers could find themselves unable to farm their land, unable to develop their land. Absolutely a killer for small businesses and small farms in our state.
Missouri's Hawley is one of 18 Republican AGs suing to overturn the rule. But they're combining forces in other ways, too, to challenge the Obama-era Waters of the United States plan, as well as overtime rules and the Clean Power Plan, which hurt the coal industry.
In West Virginia, we suffered acutely because thousands upon thousands of people were put out of work. A number of those people left the state or are pursuing other employment.
The strategy is not unique to Republican AGs. Democratic attorneys general are mobilizing in the same way, trying to preserve Obama-era climate change regulations, and most recently targeting President Trump's travel ban. That multi-state attack worked when Washington State's AG, Bob Ferguson, got a federal judge to temporarily block the travel ban nationwide.
We are a nation of laws. And as I have said, as we have said, from day one, that those laws apply to everybody in our country. And that includes the President of the United States.
Republican attorneys general note there is an added benefit to this legal tactic. The lawsuits are helping to restore the concept of federalism, empowering the states and restoring the balance of power against the executive branch. Lauren, Nicole, back to you.
And Doug McKelway, thank you.
Thanks, Doug.